If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Last two questions for you, which brings me to multimedia.
I like that last two questions.
Okay, well, the last, we'll save Ray Lewis for last, but you've moved into the media age. I happen to know that about you.
You do?
Yeah, you know, mobile technology.
Flip phone.
Because you're not bitching at me for texting you anymore, because you now text and you do your thing. And how has that experience been for you? Just being a, fabulously wealthy, successful guy who didn't have to worry about all this.
With Siri in my pocket.
With Siri in your pocket. I see you as dangerous right now. Being able to, just grab and say, text Nestor, I hated your story, or whatever, whatever it is.
Are you anticipating that coming
Maybe.
tonight?
I don't know. You're part of this story right now. You're in the story.
If I hate it, I might be the reason why.
But I know you'll be able to watch it on your iPad if you want, because of this video camera, which was unable for us to do. And you're experiencing it now. Has that been something compelling for you? Forget football aside, just communication with your kids, with other people, with...
Yes. I don't mind being late to the party.
But knowing that that's the way people are bringing your product in, right? I mean, even sitting in the stadium right now, not on my tweet and Facebook.
I took my older son back to Atlanta, and I had meetings Sunday evening in Florida, and we went from my house in the car watching, Sunday Ticket on my iPad, on the plane watching the games, landed in a car at a pizzeria to his house, and we never lost the games.
And when you bought this team, that didn't even seem possible or logical 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I think the fans are experiencing the product so much differently now.
Yeah.
Not just through websites like mine or anywhere there, but just out-of-town scoreboard over on 33rd Street was all you could do to get a score.
Sure.
We used to give 2020 updates on radio. What the hell do I need 2020 updates for? Now you can hit the top of your phone and you'll know the score.
Exactly.
And I think the world's changed for that, and I know the NFL's got to capitalize on that. Thursday Night Football, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about those games?
I love it.
From the player's perspective, you love them?
Yeah,
I don't like the quality of the games as a fan.
Quality of
Yeah, I just think taking 2.5 days to get ready to go play a Thursday game is
offset by having 10 days to recover.
Well, talk to people in Detroit and Dallas, like they've been doing it once a year, every year for 50 years, right?
And they don't want to give it up. Nobody can get in.
Well, because they play at home. That's another part of it, too. When you got to go on the road, it's a whole different game.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the 49ers coming in on Thanksgiving, I think that's, you talk about the league being fair, I think that's an unfair advantage, just from a fan's perspective.
Yeah, so the league has to probably make sure that team that travels on a Thursday night is sandwiched by home and home.
Last question, Ray Lewis, what in your mind, what would the vision be for his role in the organization? Or is that completely up to him and to be determined for him?
It's completely up to him, because honestly, I don't know that coaching is necessarily the best use of Ray Lewis's time. I think he's a very, very, very unique and special individual, and I think that his goal is to have an impact that's just so far-reaching that I don't think that he could dedicate himself to the kind of hours our coaches do without stripping him of the ability to really kind of make this world a better place. I think he has very lofty goals, and I see him being able to accomplish them.
You talk to him about that stuff a lot or less now? Is it uncomfortable to talk to him about the end of his football career?
No.
Because he clearly didn't see it coming. I think he's going to play till he's 60, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like I heard I heard people saying that he had lost a step, and then I literally heard two different people say like he found it this year.
He looked pretty good the first 10 games now, till Seattle when he got hurt.
And he got hurt, and then he was out for 4 games, and then he came back in and he played well. So I don't know. I mean, he's a special person, and he wouldn't be the first 40-year-old to play in this league, right? Matthews, wasn't he 40?
Sure. Brett Favre was 39 or 40 at the end, too.
Yeah. So, when Ray loses his passion, that's when he stops being Ray Lewis. When he wakes up and says, "I'm not ready to do it again. I don't want to go through what I have to do to prepare physically and mentally for another season, that's going to come to him. And he's going to probably come and tell us that it's time.
Let's do this every 10 years.
Done.
Steve Bisciotti, owner of the Ravens here in Palm Beach. We had some fun.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.